All right, so today we are going to be focusing more on text features. We're going to learn about different types of text features that we may see in books. So that helps us readers comprehend what they are reading. They are especially helpful when we read nonfiction text. It includes all the parts of a story or article that are not the main body of text. So let's look at some examples of text features. We will start with text features that are complete pages. So the first one is a title page. It is a book about frogs. It is written by Melanie Amphibian and is illustrated by Philip Tadpole. It is a book and it was published by Children's Science in 2012. So a title page is located at the beginning of the book. It tells basic information about the creation of the book. So what information can be found on this title page? The title, the author, the illustrator, the publisher, the year it was published. So what year was the book published? 2012, as we can see. What company published this book? Children's Science Publications. All right, so our second one is table of contents. This is a book about frogs, so chapters 1 through 4, and we have pages on the right side of it. So the table of contents is located at the beginning of the book. It lists the chapters found in the book. Information can be found on the table of contents would be the name of each chapter and the page number where each chapter begins. In which chapter would you find out what a frog eats? Chapter 3, Diet, on page 10. To which page would you turn to begin reading about the life cycle of a frog? Yes, page 12. What would you be reading about if you were on page 9? This one might be a hard one for you since there's not an actual page 9 on there. But it would be the habitat. Okay? So pages 4, 5, and 6 are also in this first chapter of Origins. Pages 8 and 9 would be considered to be on the habitat. Page 10 and 11 are diet. And then I don't have enough information to know how many pages would be in chapter 4. So what would you be reading on if you were on page 9? The frog's habitat. The index. We've talked about this one a few times. The index is located at the end of the book. It helps a reader quickly find a certain topic in the book. So it helps us find important concepts related to the topic listed in alphabetical order. The page where that concept can be found on. So if you wanted to learn about the spawn, on what page would you look? So we're going to go under the S, and right here is spawn, and pages 7 through 9. See? The dash means through. You can find information about spawn on pages 7 through 9, or pages 7, 8, and 9. The comma means and. You could find information about how a frog sheds its skin on page 14, and on page 21, and on page 35. List all of the pages in this book that contain information about amphibians. So we're going to go under A, what pages? 1 through 3, 14, and 24. So 1, 2, 3, 14, and 24. The last one we're going to talk about is the glossary. The glossary is located at the end of the book. Some glossaries contain pronunciations, guides, which tell readers how to pronounce the word. What information can be found? Vocabulary words, which are those bold words we talked about, and is related to the topic that listed in alphabetical order, and their definitions. So what does amphibian mean? So we would look up here for amphibious, and we'd look able to live on land and water. Which glossary word describes an organism that needs oxygen to live? So you can look over here, and we go to the first word, okay, describes an organism that needs oxygen to live. Very good. So aerobic. All right, so tomorrow we're going to move on to text features that we can find within the text.